Do you know what the biggest worry of a poor person actually is? It's not the lack of money. Yes, you heard that right. It's not about money at all. If you wake up every morning and the very first thought in your mind is how you're going to afford today's expenses, if you constantly worry about how you'll pay the bills this month, if you lie awake at night wondering what tomorrow will bring, then this video is made specifically for you. Today, I'm going to share a truth with you that perhaps no one has ever told you before. The pain that lives inside you, the struggle you can't put into words, the weight you carry silently every single day. So just give me the next 8 minutes. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share might change the way you see yourself forever. This is ElderRaw, and today we're talking about something real, something raw, something that touches the core of what it means to struggle financially. So let's begin. The life of someone living in poverty is a never-ending race. From sunrise to sunset, it's work, sweat, exhaustion, and then more work. But at the end of it all, your hands are still empty. You work with everything you've got. You give your absolute best. But when the end of the month comes, what you receive is barely enough to survive. The rent is due. The electricity bill arrives. Groceries need to be bought. School fees for the kids. One expense ends and another one immediately takes its place. And here's the thing that makes it even harder. You're not alone in this struggle. You have a family depending on you. Your children looking up to you. Your elderly parents who need you. Your partner who stands beside you. Everyone is counting on you, and you're carrying it all in silence. Late at night, when everyone else is asleep, you lie there staring at the ceiling, and the questions come flooding in. How long can I keep this up? When will things get better? Is this all there is to life? You feel like you're running as fast as you can, but you're not moving forward. You're stuck. You're trapped. And the worst part, you start to believe that maybe it's your fault. Maybe you're not good enough. Maybe you're not working hard enough. But wait, because there's something much deeper happening here. And that's exactly what we need to talk about next. Now, let me tell you something that most motivational speakers won't share with you. The biggest worry of a poor person isn't the lack of money itself. It's the mental pressure, the fear, the uncertainty, and the emotional weight that comes along with not having enough. It's the constant anxiety about tomorrow. It's the shame you feel when you can't give your child what their friends have. It's the helplessness you experience when someone you love gets sick and you don't have the money for proper treatment. It's that crushing feeling that no matter how hard you work, no matter how much effort you put in, you're still standing in the same place you were yesterday. And here's the most poisonous part of it all. It's the belief that whispers in your mind, telling you that you're a failure. That voice that says you haven't done enough, that you're not enough, that somehow this is all your fault. But let me tell you the truth right now. You are not a failure. The system is flawed. The circumstances are difficult. The playing field isn't level. But you wake up every single day and you fight. You don't give up. You keep pushing forward even when everything feels impossible. And that right there, that resilience, that determination, that refusal to quit, that is your true strength. That is your power. Society might measure success in bank accounts and possessions, but real strength is measured in the courage to keep going when everything tells you to stop. But hold on, because I need to share a story with you, and I think it's going to resonate deeply with what you're feeling right now. Let me tell you about someone I know. I won't mention their name, but I promise you, this story is completely true. This person woke up every morning at 5 a.m. They worked at a small shop, doing manual labor, lifting heavy boxes, standing on their feet all day long. Every evening, they would drag themselves home, exhausted to the bone. The paycheck? Just barely enough to keep the family going. They had 2 children and a spouse who managed the household. Every single night before falling asleep, this person would think the same thought. I wish my children could have a better education. I wish their lives didn't have to be as hard as mine. I wish I could give them more. One day their youngest child fell seriously ill. The fever was dangerously high. The doctor ordered tests that needed to be done immediately. They reached into their pocket and pulled out everything they had. A few crumpled bills, not nearly enough. That night was one of the darkest of their life. They looked at their partner and said, "I feel like I'm failing everyone. I can't do this. I'm not enough." But their partner took their hand, looked them straight in the eyes, and said something that changed everything. "You fight every single day for us. You never give up. We see you. We love you. You are enough." In that moment, something shifted. They realized that the deepest pain wasn't actually the lack of money. The deepest pain was the loneliness, the belief that they were carrying this burden completely alone. But they weren't alone. They had never been alone. Today, years later, that person still works the same hard job. The circumstances haven't magically changed overnight. Money is still tight. Life is still difficult. But they learned something invaluable. Strength doesn't come from your bank account. It doesn't come from what you own. It comes from within. It comes from the decision to keep standing even when life knocks you down. And now the question is, where will you find your strength? What will you hold on to when everything feels like it's falling apart? That's what we need to explore next. Look, I'm not going to tell you that money doesn't matter. Of course it matters. Financial security is important. Being able to provide for your family is crucial. I'm not dismissing that. But what I am saying is this. The thing that truly breaks a person isn't the lack of money. It's the mental and emotional weight that comes with it. The biggest struggle for someone living in poverty is the way they start to see themselves. They begin to believe they're less than others. They think people don't respect them. They feel like they're not worthy of dignity, of love, of success. They internalize the struggle and turn it into an identity. But here's what I need you to hear, and I need you to really let this sink in. You are enough, exactly as you are right now. You wake up every single day and you show up. You fight, you persevere, you sacrifice, you love, you protect, you provide in whatever way you can. That is not weakness. That is extraordinary strength. There's no magic formula to become wealthy overnight. There's no secret shortcut that will solve all your problems by tomorrow morning. Life doesn't work that way. But there is one thing that can change, and it can change right now. Your perspective, your understanding of your own worth. When you realize that your value as a human being isn't determined by the number in your bank account, when you understand that your worth comes from your character, your resilience, your kindness, your refusal to give up, then nothing, and I mean nothing, can truly defeat you. Your self-respect lives inside you. Your power comes from your determination. Yes, life will continue to be challenging. Problems will keep coming. Obstacles will appear. But if you're strong on the inside, if you know who you are and what you're worth, then you'll keep standing, you'll keep fighting, you'll keep moving forward. And that is the lesson I want to leave with you today. That is the truth that can set you free from the prison of self-doubt. But there's one more thing I need to share with you before we finish, and it's probably the most important part of this entire conversation. I'm not going to promise you that everything will magically get better tomorrow. I'm not going to lie to you and say that if you just think positively, all your problems will disappear. That would be dishonest, and you deserve better than empty promises. But what I will tell you is this: you have a strength inside you that you might not even fully recognize yet. Think about everything you've been through. Think about all the hardships you've endured, all the nights you've worried, all the days you've worked until you couldn't work anymore. How many people could have survived what you've survived? How many people would have kept going after facing what you've faced? You get up every single morning, even when you're exhausted. You push forward, even when you feel like giving up. You carry the weight of responsibility, even when it feels too heavy. That's not weakness. That's incredible strength. Yes, changing your circumstances will take time. Yes, the road ahead won't be easy. There will be setbacks. There will be disappointments. There will be days when you feel like nothing is working. But if you recognize the power within yourself, if you understand that your value isn't measured by material possessions, but by the content of your character, then no challenge can completely break you. Hold on to hope, but let it be real hope. Not the fake positivity that ignores reality, not the shallow motivation that fades when things get tough, but the deep, grounded hope that comes from knowing who you are. The hope that says, even if I fall, I will get back up. Even if I fail, I will try again. Even if the world tells me I'm not enough, I know my true worth. Because the real victory isn't becoming wealthy. The real victory is refusing to be broken. The real success is maintaining your dignity, your humanity, your compassion, even in the face of overwhelming difficulty. And you, right now, watching this, you are still standing. You haven't given up. You're still here. And that means you've already won in the ways that truly matter. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I tried my best to speak the truth that often goes unspoken, to acknowledge the struggle that so many face in silence. If this video resonated with you, if you felt like I was speaking directly to your experience, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button. It helps more people find this message. And please subscribe to the ElderRaw channel so I can continue creating content that speaks to real life, real struggles, and real strength. But more importantly than any of that, I want to hear from you. I want this to be a conversation, not just a one-way message. So please take a moment and share in the comments below. How do you view poverty? Have you ever felt completely alone in your struggle? What's your story? What's happening in your life right now? What keeps you going when everything feels impossible? What gives you strength to face another day? Your voice matters. Your experience matters. This channel, ElderRaw, exists for you, for all of us who understand what it means to struggle, to fight, to persevere. We're in this together. You're not alone. Remember that. Never forget that your worth isn't determined by your circumstances. You are valuable. You are strong. You are enough. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me with your time. Keep fighting. Keep standing. Keep believing in yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.